Today on Music Meanderings, we take a look at classic records with horrible album covers. Be sure to comment below, like the video, and subscribe to Music Meanderings. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Child is Father to the Man from 1968. Not sure what they were on when this seemed like a good idea, but here is proof that it's not always wise to try to literally picture the title of the album on the cover. Please, album cover designers, take note so this never happens again.
We have sort of a problem here.
Styx and their self-titled debut out of 1972. Well, you had one job and you failed it twice. There was an alarming trend in the late 60s and early 70s for rock bands to pose with little or, yes, in this case, no clothes on. When RCA Records reissued the album, they did so with a redesigned cover. Wait, on second thought, can I have the original cover back?
I'm sorry, but all questions must be submitted in writing.
Deep Purple, Fireball, and Burn. Double dipping for Deep Purple here from 1971 and 1974, respectively. Deep Purple had many album covers that featured the heads of the band in different designs. Well, sometimes it worked, and sometimes it didn't. Fortunately, the horrible decision on the album art didn't taint the excellent music contained within.
Excellent!
David Bowie and Diamond Dogs from 1974. Well, they say art is in the eye of the beholder, and this grotesque cover was actually ranked the 51st best album cover of all time by Rolling Stone magazine. Like it or loathe it, if you're fortunate enough to have an uncensored copy of this gatefold sleeve, they're selling for thousands of dollars. Journey, Frontiers, 1983. This band's album, Frontiers, broke away from the two artists that had designed all the band's covers, starting with the classic Infinity album. The result was mixed at best, with the design, according to the artist, based on tunnels and the relativity of time and motion. Funny, it just kind of looks like an alien wearing headphones to me. Beatles, Yesterday and Today, 1966. This Beatles album is sometimes referred to as the Butcher cover because of its original cover image of the band dressed in white coats covered with decapitated baby dolls and pieces of raw meat. The band members insisted it was a protest against the Vietnam War, but whatever it meant, Capitol Records quickly yanked it off the market and replaced it with a much more mild cover. Rolling Stones and Undercover, 1983. The album's seductive album art was covered with real peel-off stickers on the original vinyl edition, which when removed revealed patterned geometric shapes.
How much you want for it?
Ted Nugent, Scream Dream, 1980. Nugent's album covers seem to be better when he doesn't get too creative, as evidenced by this ill-fated attempt to morph his arms into guitars. It would be pretty hard to pick a guitar with your other hand being a guitar.
That's the fact, Jack!
Grand Funk, All the Girls of the World Beware, 1974. A unique concept at the time. By today's standards, it just looks like a sloppy Photoshop job. The faces of the band members were transposed onto the bodies of then famous bodybuilders Arnold Schwarzenegger and Franco Columbu. Yes, going for the one, 1977. This album cover was a departure from the popular Roger Dean artwork that had graced their album since 1971. Some disagreement between the band and Dean resulted in Yes commissioning the company Hypnosis to design the cover that depicts the back of a nude man looking at the Century Plaza Towers in California. The design was supposed to communicate the band moving in a new direction. All was not lost, though, as they were able to successfully retain the rights from Dean to still use their classic Yes logo. That's Music Meanderings. I'm Mike Lamneck. Thanks for joining us. Please be sure to like the video. Comment, what do you think some of the worst album covers on classic albums are? And subscribe to the channel.